People have the right to know the value of their assets so they can make informed decisions. And that includes the resale value of their life insurance policy. Each year in the US, some $200 billion in life insurance will lapse that could have been sold as a life settlement.
A lot of life insurance agents don't even think about life settlements. A lot of financial advisors don't even think about life settlements. They think that a life insurance policy is the cash surrender value or the death benefit. And that's just not a comprehensive overview of what the value is.
Surrendering life insurance, paying for a policy that isn't needed, or letting a policy lapse are not financial strategies. They're wastes of wealth.
So when financial advisors and RIAs tell me, well, we don't do life settlements, my simple question is why? Answer a lot of the times is, well, we just don't deal with the insurance policies. That's an okay answer, but as a fiduciary and the RIA, you're responsible for that entire financial picture for that family.
Harbor Life is here to help. We are on a mission to unlock billions in retirement funding to help American families. In the past, life settlements have been underutilized for two main reasons. First, it's difficult for financial professionals and those insureds to understand whether a policy has resale value. Second, a lack of transparency makes it impossible to know whether you're getting the fair price for that settlement. Harbor Life has solved these problems. With only a few basic questions, My Policy Predictor provides an instant estimate of a policy's value. This advanced life settlement calculator is driven by powerful AI that analyzes millions of data points to predict the real market value.
We have the ability to make you aware of the value of every single policy in your book of business. Whether you're an agent or a BGA, there's information we can gather from you, and we can tell you what the approximate value is on the secondary market for every single life insurance policy you have in force currently.
It also estimates after-tax implications of selling a policy versus continuing to pay premiums, so sellers can see how much they'd spend maintaining the policy or how much they'd gain by selling and reinvesting those premiums over time. Meanwhile, the Harbor Life Exchange brings together every major institutional buyer to increase the competition for life settlements. The result? 50% higher sale prices than the industry average and unparalleled transparency, so consumers know that they got the true market value for their settlement.
We're going to work on your behalf, your agent's behalf, and most importantly, your client's behalf to get you the best deal for your life insurance policy that exists. How do we do that? We have an actual online auction where every single institutional buyer in the market bids on life insurance policies. We're not going to take that policy to 3 people and say, here's the best deal we got. We're going to put it on a live auction site that you, your agent, and your client have the ability to visit and check in to see who's bidding on it, to see what the bids are. And at the end of the process, we will give you a real offer letter. We will explain the entire bidding process. We will explain why people bid certain ways. We will give you the history of every single bid made, and ultimately how much the highest bidder is willing to pay for that life insurance policy.
About 100 days ago, we got a call from a new agency in town here in Austin. They had a client who was 66, which is very young for life settlements. And he said this gentleman had a traumatic brain injury. He called and said he'd sent his policy because of word of mouth to one of the big direct buyers. And the policy is a $1.7 million convertible term policy, and the offer is $95,000. And the agent hadn't done a case with us yet. It had all been education at this point, but he's like, hey, before you do that, let's get a second opinion. After underwriting it, I'm like, I went to our pricing team and I went to our CEO. I go, this thing's worth $250,000 plus. And I called the agent. I was like, do not let him accept that offer. Give me 3 weeks, let the auction do its thing. And when the auction was done, our gross offer, meaning the top number before any compensation, was $380,000. The interesting part was that direct buyer came back and offered $385,000. So they had the money the entire time. And that's what this industry's been for 20 years. And that's what we're here to disrupt. And we do it with pride and confidence and aggressiveness. We're not in the life insurance business. We're not in the term conversion business. We are the producer's brokers, what I call it. So we're saying keep doing what you're doing, but work with us. We just need these data points. And then we also become your marketers. And we'll white label it, meaning it doesn't have to say Harbor Life anyway. And they'll open that. And so we need warm relationship as much as anybody needs us to generate everything that we're doing for them. So it's a great partnership.
In a world where people couldn't estimate the value of their policy instantly, now they can. And we are on a mission to unlock hundreds of billions of dollars for American families to save retirement. And we're going to do it. We would love to partner with you. We'd love to partner with your clients. We want to be an advocate. And that's why we're here.
Welcome to the future of life settlements.